To mark the 2018 World Agric Day, the Nigeria Stockbrokers Agribusiness Group hosted a symposium at the Nigeria Stock Exchange in Lagos. It focused on the theme tapping into investment opportunities in the Nigeria Agribusiness Value Chain, bringing together stakeholders in the agric, finance, and capital market space. Giving the opening remarks, the Vice Chairman of the Nigeria Stockbrokers Agribusiness Group, Mr. Tunde Oyediran, shared the mandate of the group across the country.
We are all here today on the occasion of World Agriculture Day. The initiative that was launched in the Canadian capital of Ottawa in some years back by AGS Group. The organization that gives agric practitioners, food professionals, the innovative tools they need to ensure smooth operation of their farms and companies. We associate with World Agriculture Day on these occasions. Number one, it will make the value of farmers' daily work known, and it will make their work profitable. Another reason why we associate ourselves with World Agriculture Day is in recognition that today furthers our direct action with decision makers to support local consumption of our agricultural produce like rice, palm oil, chicken, and stop further importation of this produce from other countries. NSBAG recognizes the effort and struggles of many upcoming agribusiness SMEs, and we want to work with them in advocacy capacity and advisory capacity and other means that are beneficial to the two of us to ensure that they reach the status of being listed on our Nigerian capital market. The goals and objectives that we have to pursue and which we are pursuing presently are, number one, financial intermediation to stimulate growth and development of agribusiness in Nigeria and in Africa. Two, standardization of produce and practices for commodity and future exchange in Nigeria and in Africa. The third one is youth agripreneurship and gainful employment. And the last one is to popularize and promote agribusiness amongst stockbrokers and other professional bodies in Nigeria so as to attain food security, enhance foreign exchange earnings for the country.
Delivering the goodwill message representing the CEO of the Nigeria Stock Exchange, Mr. Olumide Orojimi, Group Head Corporate Communications for the Exchange, commended the NSBAG on the symposium and charged them to come up with an agro-based market products that can be tapped into.
We definitely treasure what you guys are doing. I know I've had side conversations with our own stockbrokers as well, especially regarding what, can be done. Of course, the Nigerian Stock Exchange provides a platform, through which, people looking for money can get to interact with those who have, the money. And I believe that, if this platform is properly leveraged, your vision and aspiration can be, well achieved. My challenge would be, or my call would be to challenge, you guys working with the stock, brokers as well. And of course, the likes of Cellulant, who can provide a financial wherewithal to actually create a product, that, can be brought into this market that people can begin to buy, into. As things are going, disposable income is shrinking, literally because of inflation and, what have you. So individuals will be looking for how, they can use the little savings they have or money they can set apart to be able to double and multiply, for them. And of course, being a multi-asset, stock exchange as well, things like this will also help, investors on our platform, to have other things to be able to invest in.
The co-founder of Cellulant Nigeria, a leading agric fintech group, Mr. Bolaji Akimboro, in his presentation asserted that agriculture must be seen as a business and a tradable asset in the market.
For us at Cellulant, we see broadly close to 7 to 8 investment opportunities in agriculture. And the concept I want to leave you with is that all of agriculture is organized around the farmer. That person is the most important person in the value chain. And if we solve the problems for that farmer, we are going to really create wealth not only for organizations we represent, for ourselves as individuals, and for our country as a whole. And it ranges from solving problems that relate to input markets. In Nigeria today, there are no knowns that we know today. And like I said to Mr. Boasen earlier in the morning, that roughly around 25 million households are involved in agriculture. And think about it. All those households now, they need to buy seeds every year. They need to buy fertilizer. They need to buy agrochemicals. They even need bank accounts to keep their money. If we solve the problem of inputs and access to finance, which are similar problems, we begin to see the investment opportunities. Agriculture now is now becoming a tradable asset. Now, this is something that is emerging in Nigeria that people are not observing, and different people are taking different approaches to it. For example, the Africa Exchange, that's FX, they are taking an approach of warehouse receipts towards that problem. We are taking the approach of a technology crypto asset towards it. You know, different people are doing different approaches. But the fundamental is that we predict that by the next 2 years, we will be able to approach the exchange to say, look, the foundations to make this thing tradable is now in place. Now help us now to comply with the rules and regulations that allow everybody now to participate in it, because agriculture in Nigeria now is now moving to the level that everybody now does not need to be on the farm. Now we can be here and now take things beyond. And we now see what relates to information, that is extension. People who know things, they want to get it across. Nigeria alone is a $33 to $50 billion opportunity. Africa agriculture business is a $330 billion opportunity as of 2015. It has grown to almost $450 billion by this year. And we suspect that Nigeria is now a 33 to 50 billion. We're not sure of the precise numbers. We're waiting for the latest statistics from the World Bank opportunity. That is really, really huge.
Mr. Bolaji Akimboro and Mr. Akin Akeredolu Ale, acting CEO of the Lagos Commodities Exchange, give their takeaways from the event.
The level of sophistication in agriculture in Nigeria is increasing, and a lot of the work that has been done over the years, they are now coming together. So, and my reading from this panel is that over the next 18 months, all the work that has been going on, from the commodity exchange to the wealth receipt system to the work we are doing in terms of agriculture, organizing it for success, all those things will come together. And I think maybe most probably from 2020 is going to be really exciting times, you know, because when the sector becomes organized, everybody now can participate. And when everybody can participate, wealth can be created in a very special way.
Now, let's look at your agric fintech raising $47.5 billion. That's remarkable. But tell us the challenges you're addressing and how this is beginning to deepen the agribusiness value chain in the country.
I mean, basically, what we are simply doing is to make agriculture digital. Simple. We are making markets work for farmers and work for everybody in agriculture. That's just what we are doing. Essentially, you see, when you look at agriculture, everybody knows Uber. Uber organized transport. And today, life is better for everybody. It's the same thing. We're doing organizing agriculture using our blockchain technology, agric. And we're going to start out of Nigeria, Liberia, Kenya, Uganda, and then we take over the whole of Africa.
The agric business value chain, if you look at historically, GDP has always contributed immensely to GDP on year-to-year basis. And also the capacity to drive the agri process, the agric line is we have that capacity in Nigeria. We have the growing population, the youth population to drive it. And what we're just doing today is people are coming together from silos to a common position to aggregate and drive the process in a structured way with structures backing it up. So you can see that the banks were here today, and they have a lot of interest in the agri section, and they want bankable projects, they want proper outline business cases, and they want to make sure that if you have a structured offer or business case, it makes it easier for them to be able to give money to you. And one of the major things about raising capital is about the exit also, where you give people money. Is there an exit area whereby you can get your money back? Also, the issue of liquidity. The liquidity is for people to be able to, generate funds from whatever instruments are being created. So we on our own part, what we want is we want credible instruments traded on the commodity exchange. We want liquidity whereby when people come to and they want to sell their instruments, they can sell it easily. And we can see that on the value chain, some people have taken one side of the value chain. In fact, they are taking the headlock, the difficult part. That's mobilization of small farmers, medium-scale farmers and all that, and their access to credit, which is what will drive the whole process. And we're happy that they are doing all this and that they're driving the whole process, because at the end of the day, later, when the instruments and products are being generated with the underlying asset of these agricultural products, then we have activity and trade going on the commodity and futures exchange.
With a robust value chain, Nigeria can turn its $50 billion valued agro-industry into an economic powerhouse, driving productivity, self-sufficiency in food production, value exports, and economic inclusion.